Justin Bieber performed weekend two at Coachella, and he broke history. They had the largest merch sales in Coachella history at $15 million. I mean, I can't believe it. I thought weekend two was better than weekend one. I really did. I loved weekend one. I thought it was really cool. It was, it was raw. It was stripped down. But weekend two, he interacted with his fans. He brought Billie Eilish up on stage for One Less Lonely Girl. He brought out Big Sean for As Long As You Love Me. SZA, I know we did Stay with Kid Laroi weekend one. And then, of course, weekend two, Sexy Red came out for Sweet Spot. But just the feeling and the nostalgic feel of what it felt like for weekend two. I thought weekend two was better, and it was amazing. I know people are, of course, are hating on it, but the fact when you sell $15 million of merch, when the original Coachella history was 1.7 million, like the most merch sales. I mean, that's just insane. And he had his biggest streaming day a couple days ago. But another thing, I want to go like back in time. Like, it was so awesome to watch Justin Bieber on that stage to do what he loves. And second of all, like, it brought me back to when I was a younger kid, fifth grade, when I sang Baby talent show, and people were like, you still have the Bieber fever. The Bieber fever doesn't go anywhere. It will never ever die. Like, Justin Bieber, like, he was sitting up on stage and he was like, I basically grew up with you guys. Yes, Justin Bieber, you raised the generation of boys and girls, because we basically grew up with Justin Bieber. Like how our parents had Michael Jackson, we had Justin Bieber. Like, people will say he's the prince of, or he's the king of pop. Justin Bieber is not the king of pop. Michael Jackson is the king of pop. I don't care if Michael Jackson's dead or not. Justin Bieber is the prince of pop, and believers or pop culture music fans respect that. And that's exactly how I feel about it. And that's exactly what I respect. But our parents, like I said, grew up with Michael Jackson. We grew up with Justin Bieber, and that's what makes it special. It's like, most people don't understand. It's like, why are you so gravitated to Justin Bieber? It's like, well, same thing. Why were our parents so gravitated to Michael Jackson when he did the moonwalk and when he came on the scene? It's like, Justin Bieber was the very first, like, pop star or pop culture music star that we could grow up with, and like we can talk to our kids about one day and go, holy crap, like, I got to watch Justin Bieber grow up. Like, from his raw Instagram post to his Twitter to YouTube, like, he was discovered on YouTube. So when people are like, you still listen to him, or he's still relevant, yeah, Justin Bieber's never going to go anywhere. Just because he had a hiatus or he had a time away for a couple of years doesn't mean that he's still not that guy. I mean, his merch sales just showed it to you. He had the highest streaming day that he's ever had in his career. He just had the, like, largest Coachella performance, like they were saying, in history. He's trending, charting all over social media. Of course, he doesn't get the money for, he doesn't get any he gets the recognition. He doesn't get paid for the music, of course, that were before Swag 1 and Swag 2, because he sold off those to a group. Of course, because he needed the money at the time a couple years ago. But it's just so special to see him go out there. I never really thought, you know what, guys, I honestly didn't know that he was going to perform again after the Ramsey Hunt syndrome and the tough times he had. I thought it was like, I think this is it. I'll always have respect. I'll always appreciate for what he did. And then he came back on the scene. He went and he grinded in silence, and he said, no, I'm still that guy. And you just saw that, what he did this past weekend one and weekend two. Justin Bieber made Coachella history. People will talk about that performance forever. Like, for just relating this to sports, the Bam Adebayo 83 points, people will never forget that moment. People will never forget the Cavs 3-1 comeback against the Warriors. There's certain the Patriots 28-3 comeback. There's moments in cultural history or sports and entertainment, because sports and entertainment are very intertwined. You'll never forget that Coachella performance. They will talk about that forever. They will talk about that for generations. The fact that he was able to bring back his fans and bring this back to a younger time and interacted with them, and he was comfortable, and he did the One Less Lonely Girl with Billie Eilish, who Billie Eilish grew up as a Justin Bieber fan, was just amazing. And yeah, I got a little emotional watching it, because I grew up like watching him grow up, and I'm 27, he's 32, and he's my favorite artist of all time. Just like how our parents had Michael Jackson, we have Justin Bieber, and that's something that we get to hold forever. Like how people are gravitated to sports figures, or they're gravitated to musicians. I'm gravitated to Justin Bieber's music. I think he has amazing vocals. Just like how People are, I love Tom Brady. I grew up watching Tom Brady. Same thing. I grew up watching LeBron James. Same thing. So in sports, right? They retire. They go away. They go into their happy lives. That's what we thought with Justin Bieber when he went away from the scene for a few years. We're like, oh my God, he's done. We'll always have Baby. We'll always have Never Say Never. We'll always have Somebody to Love, Beauty and a Beat, Boyfriend, My World, Purpose, My World 2.0. Like we'll always have the journals, we'll always have that. And then he came back onto the scene last year, and we're like, holy crap, he's back. And of course, some people don't like his newer stuff because it's different, but he's not that pop star. He's not that boy anymore. He's a grown man with a family, guys. Him going up on stage was something special. He just like catapulted back into the scene of just like the feeling of like, wow, all the years and all the memories we grew up watching him. It really, I don't want to get too, I'm not going to get too much more, away from it, but it was just amazing. The second thing I want to talk about is Justin Bieber, in my opinion, is 100% going on tour. That is something that I posted a clip about. He said at the end of his second show, I'll see y'all soon. I'll see y'all soon. What do you guys think that means? He's going on tour. Now, the only thing is I don't know. We don't know if it's going to be like his Purpose tour or his Believe tour or My World 2.0. Like, we don't know if it's going to be anything like that, right? It may be smaller shows. You just saw he did the Troubadour and the Roxy for 2 private shows in LA. And then, of course, he did Coachella weekend 1 and weekend 2. So we don't know, but when you say see y'all soon, we think he's coming back. We don't know if he's going to play his older stuff. He's still allowed to perform them live. Maybe he just completely closes that chapter and goes, I'm only moving forward. I'm only focused on Swag 1 and Swag 2, whatever. I'll take it. I've never got a chance to see him live. I've tried for so many years. It's so hard to get tickets. There's, girls out there that are crazier fans than I am. But I'll tell you, I'm a huge fan, and I think you guys know from listening right now, I've always loved Justin Bieber. I had the hair flip, I had the Bieber fever hair flip in 5th grade. I still remember when I sang 5th grade talent show. I wish I could get those tapes, or somebody recorded the videos of me 5th grade talent show. I was so nervous when I walked up there. Oh my goodness, I was so nervous. But yeah, guys. I mean, I loved every bit of his performance. When he brought out Big Sean for "As Long as You Love Me" and "No Pressure," and the beautiful words that Big Sean said to Justin Bieber of like, "Hey man, like you gave your all for this. You dedicated your whole life to this, bro. Like this is everything." I was like, wow. I was watching. I stayed up late for it. I did. I got back after going out, and I was like, I'm staying up for this. And when those songs came on, like with the One Lost Lonely Girl, One Time, I was like, holy crap. Like when I listen to the older stuff, it really hits me. When I listen to the newer stuff, I feel like more of like a man. I feel like more like connected, or just not as like, doesn't hit me as hard but like from listening to the younger stuff. Like when I listen to the younger stuff, I'm just like, oh man, like this really hits my core, man. Like even other friends I know feel the same way, because high school we listen to Purpose, younger years, we listen to My World 2.0. Like everybody, even if you don't love Justin Bieber, you know exactly who he is. Like, guys, I will die on this hill. I've had conversations with my friends. I'm shifting back into debate mode here for a second. Justin Bieber is the biggest pop star in the world. He's just as big as Taylor Swift. I know people don't like to say that, but I think you tend to forget that Justin Bieber went away for 4 years. And if it just goes to show you anything, if you're not that big, you don't go and have the highest merch sales in Coachella history. You don't go and have the biggest weekends 1 and 2 Coachella's ever had. You completely knocked out their sales out of the water. You had the biggest streaming day you've ever had. You just reached the number 1 global artist in the world on Spotify. I don't know if it's Apple Music, but Spotify. And you've had all these songs charting and trending. You're that guy. You've never gone away. Like I said, he's the Michael Jackson of our generation. Maybe not as talented, maybe not as lyrically gifted, or maybe not as vocalized as Michael Jackson. He's got amazing vocals, Bieber does. But that's my opinion. That's what I believe. However, though, he had the biggest streaming day ever. He recorded historic 105 million streams across his catalog in a single 24-hour period. Global number 1. That surge propelled him to number 1 on Spotify's global top artist chart. Put that in perspective. He saw a 54% increase in daily streams compared to the week prior. Coachella just absolutely catapulted him even more if it wasn't already. Like businesses, marketing agencies, social media has like taken this whole thing by a whirlwind, and he has just been on every algorithm that you could ever think of. It's not just my algorithm, it's on everybody's. That's how much of an impact he has had. However, though, the last two things I wanted to talk about were I thought Sabrina Carpenter's Coachella performance, the with Madonna one, the weekend one was cool, but the weekend two was weird. If you ask me, like I don't know, like the energy that I saw from the clips and some of it I watched, like it just didn't give me the feeling of like it didn't compare to Justin Bieber's. That's for sure. Like if you want to compare the two, they weren't even comparable. One was nostalgic. One just seems like felt staged and like forced, and you bringing Madonna out there, like there was no energy. I know they did Like a Prayer and Vogue. Most people in that crowd don't even know the song Like a Prayer. They may act like they do, or the song Vogue because of TikTok from Madonna. Madonna had the song Vogue in her time. Madonna was a huge pop star in her day, but bringing her out there at 70 years old or however old she is, like it didn't excite me. Like on paper, I knew like, oh my God, Sabrina Carpenter's bringing out Madonna. Oh my God, like that would be like Justin Bieber bringing out Michael Jackson, and he's like 65 years old and he's frail as can be, and he's pale as a milk bottle, and he comes out there. People will respect him because he brought him out there. They'll respect Michael Jackson for the legacy that he created, but you don't need to bring out Madonna. I know it's a cultural moment or it's historical. You'll remember it, but you won't remember it for being good because it wasn't. I mean, just the crowd clips I saw, compare the energy from Justin Bieber's crowd to Sabrina Carpenter's, it's not even comparable. It really isn't. I don't know. That's just how I felt about it. But the Bieber energy wins. When he brought out Billie Eilish for One Less Lonely Girl, that was that was it right there. It was supposed to be Haley. It was supposed to be Haley Bieber, but Billie Eilish, they planned that. Haley and Justin planned that for Billie Eilish to go out there because she grew up a Justin Bieber fan, and that's what I'm comparing it to. But, you know, of course, Sabrina Carpenter put on the high production show and the glitz and the glamour, and Sabrina Wood and Terry Crews, weekend two and weekend one, Will Ferrell. It was cool. It was a skit. It was a performance. She has to do that stuff. Justin Bieber doesn't have to do any of that. He's already proved himself, which I mentioned in last week's podcast.